Hello there. I've got an odd one for you today. This is a strange game that I found. It's a demo, of course. I'm testing all the demos, but there's a lot to it. Now, deceptively, when you look at this, it looks drab, dark, miserable, possibly the end of the world. It has that miserable life factor. Yet, we're going to see this game transform in a very unique way. It is manic, and it is full of pixie girls. Oh yes. Let's see. Click to start. Anywhere will do. Four university girls had a peculiar evening tradition. Ring ring. Ring ring. Cat says, yes. She's the shy one. Then Sonia says, hello, hello. She's the slightly upbeat, perky, kind of happy character. How are you, kitty cat? Nervous? Yeah, a little. Relax. It'll be fine. You're a natural. I don't know what we're doing here. Give me a sec. I'll connect to the team. Oh, here we go. This is the slightly central but learned one, possibly. Alexandra. At long last, dear. I have been waiting for ages. Hee hee. Sorry, my bad. Calling Yari. Oh, we got the moody one. The alternative lady. She's ready. Nothing else to say. The girls called each other every Friday, right before bed. By the way, this is a horror game. I just need to stress that right now. This is not a love simulator of cartoon kitty cats. I hope not. Otherwise, I've gravely misread the description. This was the first of their traditions. Sonia. Oh, guess what, P-Bear? P-Bear bought for us today a couple's necklace. Ah, fascinating. Are you officially dating now? I'm a tiny bit jealous. I think I'm going to die single. No, I'm not gonna give you some advice. Don't. Yawns. Classic lady chat. Sonia says, don't put... Sonia had a talent. She could fall asleep the moment her head touched a pillow. To her, it felt like lying on top of a cloud, slowly sinking into its fluffy, fluffy depths. And today, like thousands of times before, she fell into a world of dreams. Sonia, yelling, as I was saying, don't put yourself down because you're single. Relationships are kind of like rain. It's gonna fall on your head sooner or later. You think? We have chosen have we chosen whose dream we are entering today? Ooh, the team are unified. My classmate Mary. She missed a few days of school. Doesn't answer her phone. Or are you worried about her? I don't give two shits. She promised... That's very intense. Yeah. She promised to do my homework, then ghosted me. What a bitch. We need to make her finish my essay. Can we do that? My dear, we are the Dream Fae. Within the dream realm, we can do anything. Fae is too grim. Let's call ourselves Pixies. Ah, we are the Pixie Ladies. I hate it, says the moody blue one. This game's called Manic Pixie Dreamgirls. Dream 1. The Fringe. Is this loud enough? Hang on. Fae wings fluttered, fanning apart gloomy purple fogs of the fringe. Ooh. Hop? Yari, did you bring something for the honing? Silence by our moody monkey. Obviously. She showed a pair of well-worn headphones that she was holding. They were sneakily borrowed from a classmate for the purpose of the ritual, and for the occasional personal use. It's not stealing if you intend to give it back. What? What's that for? Finding an entrance into a subject's dream can be aided by one of their belongings. I see. Yarina whispered something, and sprinkled the headphones with a pinch of glittering dust. Pixie dust, you might say. The cables started slithering in her hand like a clump of rubber snakes, and began levitating. You know, it should have been either a pair of ears with eyes on them, and then the snake bodies. I would like... Anyway, moving on. Kat watched in delight as her headphones slipped out of Yarina's hand and hovered towards the dark entrance of the university. The sound of the girl's footsteps echoed through the twisted, gloomy corridors. The further they went, the eerier the interior felt. Kat gathered enough courage to break the silence. Oh, shit, we have questions. Right, how many Fae are there? What was that sparkly dust? Or why does the fringe look like this, like our university? Good question. Or why does the fringe look like our university? Maybe because uni is what connects the four of us. Curiously enough, it changed when you joined us. Yeah, it grew. Cool, huh? Yeah, but like, what is it? Why did it grow? We don't have a conclusive answer to that yet. The girls kept quiet as they followed the floating headphones. Follow through. A dark library. The headphones wandered into a room resembling the university library. They floated towards one of the many bookshelves and dropped to the floor with a dramatic clunk. Bingo! Yarina examined the bookshelf. She reached for the book strangely titled Hermione Granger and the Philosopher's Stone. A World War II drama, I hear. The moment she opened the book, the library lit up with a blue glow. The light poured from a tiny window hidden on one of the pages. This was the entrance into her classmate's dream. Whoa. How did you know which book to pick? Mary's been forcing me to take the Which Hogwarts house are you in quiz for ages. Yawn. Why? You're obviously Slytherin. I'm, don't give a ashin... don't give a shitterin. A good answer for a blue chick. Everyone ready? See? Cheese. Ah. Taking a group photo before the mission was the second of their traditions. Yarina insisted upon it, despite never really seeming sentimental. Well, the sad ones are often the wishing to be happy ones. Wisdom. You heard. She tucked away the picture and placed the book upon the table. Oh, wait, said Kat. It's tiny. How do we fit through? Just focus on it and wish to see what's on the other side. Kat looked deep into the swirling blue and held her breath. Oh, into the blue. A beautiful castle. Yeah, Mary's castle. Among vast, glimmering fields stood an enormous castle. Yarina's classmate was one of those people who dreamt vividly. And every dream added new rooms to the eclectic structure. Room by room, floor by floor, year after year, her tower grew gargantuan. Somewhere deep within, the girl was living through tonight's dream. Yarina took a picture of the colossal castle. Whoa, 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 says Cat. Yep. Step 1. We split up and try to find her before she wakes up. Snoop around and look for clues to figure out what she's dreaming about. Step 2. We persuade her to do Yari's homework. Step 3. I don't know. Let's move on to step 4. Profita. Oh, my dear, please grow up. Let's race. The last one to the castle is a poopy butt. I'm glad we're dealing with adults. 7 hours until sunrise. Once, Mary dreamt she was a princess trapped in a perfect bedroom. Since then, the dream never repeated. The rooms stood abandoned. Until eventually, Sonia found it. Ooh, I love it. Sorry. Whoa. The girl plopped down on a cushy sofa with relief, giving her wings a break. Fairy wings do tire, after all. This was to be her operation center. She exhaled and prepared to use her ability, crucial to every mission. A cat phone. Sonia unsheathed her enchanted item, a lavender-coloured flip phone with a rather fetching bangle. She still had a speck of charge left from the previous mission. Who should she call? Remember, who she calls first is who she thinks is the best. That's how this works. Let's talk to Cat, because she is the most nervous. The phone rang out, with drawn-out tones. Sonia's antennae vibrated in unison, amplifying the signal. Calling her teammates one at a time cost almost no dust at all. If only she knew how unique of a gift that was. Meanwhile, Cat was studying bizarre doodles on a chalkboard. Time well spent. They were shifting and changing in a way that made them incomprehensible. Concern. Antenna shivers. Her antenna vibrated, sending shivers down her spine. Push, push, Lieutenant Cat. Report for duty. Sonia's cheerful voice resonated in Cat's ears. Oh, you scared me. This floor looks just like our university, but slightly brighter. Imagine falling asleep only to dream of uni again. What a curse. Ah, goblins. There are these, whispering. Pruned up, bug-eyed looking things. They're following me around and just staring. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, they're usually harmless. We call them elves. That's cool. Is that... They're like shapeshifters. They turn into people and play out roles in our dreams. For what purpose, it is unseen. Now, that I think about it, they kind of look like Yarina. That is offensive. Sick burn. It was sick. No. I meant they are wearing Yarina's real-world clothing. That's why it looks baggy. And they have the same haircut as she does. Say what? They must have been playing the role of Yarina in Mary's dreams. And probably fairly recently. Or very recently. Now that might be a clue. Great job, Cat. You're welcome, she blushes. Uh-oh. What is this? There is a pretty notebook flying around. It looks all glowy and flowery, like a living drawing. Oh. Oh ho. Does it look like it's breathing? Does it whisper? Yes. Yes, it does. You lucky thing. It's an impression that's about to become real. If you sprinkle it with pixie dust, it'll burst and create a whole new room. Do you remember having dreams about finding a new room? Do I remember? No. Like, once I dreamt that my parents' basement had another basement. Aha. So you can either sprinkle it and help make it true, or you can steal it, which is an option. Steal it? Yes, bebe. I love stealing. I'd steal that one off of you if I could. But you found it, so you decide. Sonia is an edgy weirdo. I'm concerned. She's happy and fun, but is that a mask for something? Steal or sprinkle? Stealing it. Ha ha ha. How do I take it? Put your mirror right up to the impression and wish to steal it real hard. Aruga, it says. Yeah, that was fun, in a way. Strange, the room is slightly less bright. After the conversation was over, Kat found herself standing alone. She felt a pinch of fear. The room grew considerably dimmer. She was surrounded by the elf things. What are you guys, where do you come from? Elves say nothing. Black-eyed children. Sonia sighed and opened the SMS drafts tab she'd used for notes. Usually the notes she'd write to insult her friends, but she'd draft them before she did, just to sound witty in the moment. Well rehearsed. The flip phone buttons clacked as she wrote down, elves look like Yarina. She followed this with hee-hee. Suddenly, a low hum and a vibration travelled through the walls of the room. Huh, she wondered. No matter. Who's next? Ignore the vibration. Our friend is fine. Let's call Yarina to make fun of her in a polite, loving way. Cat says yes. Well, no, this cat, not the cat lady. Phone rang out, sending the signal through the walls. The elves throughout the castle raised their heads, disturbed by the telepathic signal. Wandering the damp basement, Yarina wished she was lighting up a cigarette instead. She has a problem. Her antenna vibrated, telepathically picking up Sonia's call. Her eyes rolled. Her again. What's up? Hey. I was just thinking, maybe after the mission, we all... No trace of Mary yet. Goodbye. She broke me off. The ground floor was a medieval kind of vibe. There are cauldrons and different kinds of stupid wizard shit. Erg. It's giving me the erg. There's bug eyes hiding inside the shelf. Strange little elf. You mean the elves? Let's call them elves. No. No, we won't do that, Sonia. Are you okay? What do you think they're hiding from? How should I know? I don't know everything. Alexandra usually says that the elves sense a dreamer's desires, missing the T. Maybe Mary is hiding from something. Maybe we could take them with us and... What was that? I beat them with my big fists. You what? I beat them, and I'll do it again in a minute. Oh, okay, well, good job. I wanted to suggest maybe we take them back with us, or... No. Oh, Anything else around? Nope. That's all for me. When's the group call? Soon, I promise. Over and out. Oh. Thought you ended the call and stared at the floor. Slight confusion came to her face. Sometimes, trying to talk to Varia felt like repeatedly running into a brick wall. And the way she treated those elves, it brought concern. Sonia tried not to let it get to her. They were her friends after all, and everybody's allowed a bad day, and if it ends in violence against elvish children, it is simply a phase. She opened up the SMS draft tab and wrote down, "Elves in shelves." Sonia got lost in thought, staring out the window. Mary, where are you, gal? It is now 2 a.m., and things have grown peculiar. 5 hours until sunrise. It was an absolutely regular mission for the girls. Common garden, if you will. Until it suddenly wasn't. While Sonia was thinking, another wave of tremors hit the room. In fact, when she thought about it, there had been several tremors. Oh shoot. This was not supposed to happen. Okay, it's time for group call. On Sonia's wish, pixie dust surged from her little battery. Do we click on this? There we go. Pixie dust achieved. Provided charge for her flip phone to perform the ultimate spell. It lit up and sang its jolly MIDI ringtone. The signal, boosted by enchantment, resonated through the whole land, because the land was made of dreams, and connected the thoughts of all Fae simultaneously. Sonia, Pixies, report. Did you feel shaking just now? Yes, I felt it too, says Cat. As well as I, Alexandra proclaims. Maybe something is happening to Mary in the real world. Aristotle wrote that stimuli from the outside are magnified in a dream. So Mary's shaking? Or something's shaking her, Yarina says suspiciously. Cat perks up and says, maybe there's an earthquake in the real world. Alexandra tuts and says, there's another possibility. This could be like case 43. Sonia is flabbergasted. What? Case 43? The subject was having an emotional crisis that ruined their world. We need to find Mary and help her. If she's having a bad dream, we are statistically likely to find her in unappealing places, such as the back of a Blockbusters. The basement, it sucks here. I found an entrance to a mirror corridor or something. I can't see shit, but I can hear humming from inside. She must be in there. Excuse me, but that is wrong. I think Mary is in the attic. I found a hidden passage to a hall full of antique wardrobes. The walls are mouldy, and it's pretty dark, extremely unappealing if I don't say so myself. Freud wrote that such desolation in dreams indicate repressed anxieties. Isn't that right, Cat? Mirror corridor is dark and unappealing too. What makes you think you're right all of the time, you Hermione Granger look-alike? While I was searching around, I discovered a hypnomorph who broke all the mirrors. He was bleeding from his hands and his face, and he looked rather sad. So, hypnomorphs pick up the dreamer's feelings. She clearly could not be in the mirror corridor Mirrors trigger neurosis in her. It's obvious. It's written in the book. And how would you describe a bad dream if not a fucking neurosis? So go check the mirror corridor. You know what? You should go check my chum. Girls, settle down. We had a deal that no one goes to spooky places alone. This is the deal. We need to decide where to head all together. So we could go to the mirror corridor, head to the classrooms, or to the wardrobe hall. Let's go to the middle one, because this is of interest, and it's neither of the angry ones, so it's less of a clash. Pixies, I think we need to go where Cat is. Well, really? Absurd. Explain your reasoning for this. Mary seems like a person who loves studying, right? Yes, she is a nerd. Ich bin ein Nerd. Wouldn't it be most likely that she'd dream of a place like that? Well, no, Sonia. I posted that the dreamer is having a bad dream. It's unlikely she's in a place that she likes. Am I going mad here, Sonia? Am I the only one here who subscribes to reason? Subscribe to my channel. Bad things can happen to you in places that you like, didn't you know? Just check it out. Pretty please. With sugar and icing, and of course, a cherry on the top. Fine, but let us be quick. Alrighty. Alrighty then. I'm coming. No, Yarina says. What? Why? We've been over this. We need you to be located at a safe place. Or point. Your phone must not get damaged in the action. But the dreamland is ever shifting. If we get separated, we will not find our way back to each other without your connection. Wow. If things get dicey, you can come help us out. Fine. I'll be in touch. I really liked that each girl on the phone has their own picture on her thing. That was good. Anyway, moving on. Sonia stepping out of the bizarre cardboard cutout-looking corridor to pace around. The girl was trying very hard not to let herself spiral. This is the problem with ADHD. I would know. She thought she understood clearly what her friends were telling her. You're weak. You're annoying. You're a liability. She punched the cardboard wall. Repeatedly, her punch only made the tiniest of dents. She huffed and puffed and tried again. They're not wrong, Sonia thought. She returned to the garish pink room. It no longer looked pretty like it did before. Now she was feeling ashamed that she once liked it in a way, and sat down in wait. Alexandra on the phone. Sonia? As expected, there is nothing here. Maybe look around a bit. There were elves dressed in Yarina's clothes. Ew. Mary was dreaming about me as a little elf dressed in my clothing. Maybe there's some cool impressions you can snatch. Yes. Yeah, there are more. No. They're just brain farts. Well, that's a bit crude, but not entirely untrue. Deep impressions are rich in colour, exhibit motion, and admit an echo of the dreamer's thoughts. These are flat, simplistic, too abstract, perhaps. They are virtually useless for us at this present time. But they're so pretty. Beauty is shallow, my dear. What's valuable is depth and capacity. You wish? don't you? Ooh, the walls moved there. The walls of the castle rattled again. Enough! Enough with this nonsense. Mary isn't here, as I suspected, which is why, while there's still time, we should go to the wardrobe attic. No. She's clearly in the mirror corridor. Please don't fight. I'll choose. Well, fuck. Okay, mirror corridor. Here's what I'm thinking. If elves can sense the desires of the dreamer, and Alexandra saw elves breaking mirrors, then Mary should be somewhere mirror-related. I'm making the call, pixies. Gather in the basement. We're raiding the mirror corridor. Mission is on. Sure, but mark my words, we're making a mistake. Sonia, we're approaching the source of the humming. Can you see Mary anywhere? We can't see shit. Alright, Yarina, just chill out. Sonia started biting her nails. A bad habit, she thought she had got rid of. Did she make the wrong call? Wait, there's someone ahead. Is it Mary? Oh. That looks like Yarina. She's has the same clothes and hair you do. Is that an elf too? It must be an elf. It must be a fine elf. According to one of my hypotheses. Fucking jeez. Okay, jeez. I don't know why that made me jump. Screams come through the phone. Sonia, what is it? Run, you idiots, run! Machine gun fire. It's a succubus. Oh, yes, ooh. You wait for a succubus and then 10 turn up at once. Ah, the phone's gone dead. Girls. Hello. Bad ending. Ooh, return to choice. Okay, let's do this. Let's try the other one. We did mirror corridor. Everybody died. Head to the wardrobe hall. Well, like that, I get to another go. I may have killed the girls, but I didn't mean to. Honestly, officer. Anyway, Sonia, here's what I'm thinking. Yarina found elves hiding in furniture, right? If elves sense the desire of the dreamers, the desires of the dreamer, then Mary either desires for them to hide or wants to hide herself. Precisely. Yari, let's go search the attic, please. Nah, you guys are tripping. She's in the basement. Sorry, but were there any broken mirrors in the basement? Ugh. I don't know. No? Maybe there was a sound of glass breaking. No, only humming. Case in point. Great thinking, Catherine. Cat says nothing. She prefers to be called Cat, not Catherine. That's what they call her grandmother. If she dreamt of breaking mirrors, then the dream is likely over. Sonia was told to stay put, as always, as the girls ventured to the dark place. Now, why is Sonia always left out? This is going to become a problem with the sprightly happy one who keeps trying to make it seem fun to have her tag along. Sonia, hey, what's up? Whispering. We're walking through rows upon rows of antique wardrobes. Hard to say how long we've been walking. It's pitch black in here, which is worrying. This place would be an optimal living environment for insomnomorphs. For what? Nightmares. Insomnomorphs are a natural part of the dreamland ecosystem, and like their polynivore brethren, they feed off the dreamer, but in a substantively. They're creepy motherfuckers who hunt dreamers. Obviously, let's not dilly-dally with silly words. Could you please refrain from interrupting me? I'm rather important. Girls, please don't fight. We don't have the time. Sorry, but what do nightmares look like? She says as she glows green, like radiation. Or the Green Lantern. Well, One of their defining characteristics is an exceptional height, rather tall, you might say, like the Hat Man, or Slender Man. But like most dream fauna, they possess a skill of mimicry. They can transform into both subjects and objects at will. Like wardrobes, for example. Or like kebabs, or large sausages, like the guys in Red Dwarf found out. Cat glanced at the endless collection of shelves they were passing by. She hoped the girls were pulling her leg. Would one of these wardrobes really be a shape-shifting monster? Her eyes stopped at the gap of a column between the shelves, where one seemed to be missing, and she rushed to catch up with the group. It felt like forever. In the dream world, time stretched like bubblegum. Or Stretch Armstrong. Sonia was biting her nails, a bad habit she thought she got rid of. She couldn't bear biting around in safety while her teammates were risking their wings. Did I even read that right? Yarina calls. Hey. Yes, I'm here. Ready and willing. We're at a dead end, but there's a big shelf. Do you guys hear that? In the distance? Possibly in the red gap of the door? Sounds like laughter, coming from the inside. How peculiar. Step back. I'm opening it. I'm the brave one. The door opens. Ah. What the actual fuck? It is 4 a.m. Things have turned the tide to darkness. 3 hours left until sunrise. Yes. What the actual F? What is it? We found the dreamer. I was right, after all. All right, Hermione. And Yarina, could you explain to us why she's dreaming of being tortured by you thrice, not twice? How the fuck should I know? I just asked her to do a dumbass essay for me. I may have slapped her about a bit, possibly with a kipper. Girls, they're moving closer. Okay. Nightmares, retreat! Begone! Foul stench of the dream world. The doppelganger launched itself at Alexandra with a piercing shriek. Hee! Arg! She was slapped with a book by Exalandra. Well, I can't say the word. The Fae slammed her journal across the mad face. At the impact, it melted like Play-Doh, and the creature stumbled back, losing its human appearance. These are no nightmares. These are just regular elves. Say what? She's being tortured by her own elves? That can't be right. Fascinating. According to my experiments, elves always follow the will of the dreamer. They are rebelling, perhaps? Change of plans, pixies. Kick their butts. With an Amazon-like yell, Yarina planted the sole of her sneaker into one of the doppelgangers. The clones splat onto the floor with an amorphous clay mass, only to spring up as an elf thing again and launch back towards the pixie. Meanwhile, Alexandra was relishing in the choking of a replica. It was not Yarina at all, and it was not a connection. This was not a thing. This is not a fantasy. Oh, this feels quite cathartic. I couldn't possibly know why. Yarina rolled her eyes as she was dragging two of her lookalikes by their manic, panic-coloured hair. Cat. Whelping. Help! Help! What do I do? Just do what they're doing. What we're doing. Don't worry, dream creatures have no capacity to feel pain. Just strangle. Strangle away. The doppelganger, in her hands, was desperately shrieking, screaming and tearing at her own eyes. Another turn of the rusty wheel made Mary scream in agony. The castle shook again, this time much more intensely than the last. The battle lasted for what felt like hours, or possibly minutes. Are you guys winning? There's too many. There's too many of them. Yarina, use your power, please. Finally! Yarina closed her eyes and focused on her thoughts. She centered herself in her own blueness. Unavailable in the demo. Or castle exterior. Let us do this. A photo appeared between her fingers, as if it was there all along. We're taking Mary and getting the fuck out of here. Typical, it had come down to me, yet again, to solve and save your asses. No, she's bound. The optimal strategy would be to get rid of all these unruly elves. Try to take Mary out of here, or try to... This way. Urina flung her Polaroid picture, charged with pixie dust, at Mary's feet, not unlike Gambit from X-Men. The photo burst into light, forming a radiant lazure portal on the ground. Grab Mary and scram. The dreamer was in a trance-like state, whispering Bible verses through tears. Maneuvering above the myriad of grabbing elf hands, the girls bolted right through to the torture rack. Cat called, I can't open her handcuffs. She got the cold sweats. Mary lifted up her head, finally noticing the pixies trying to free her. Her fear sparkled in her eyes. Demons! Winged whores of Babylon! Don't you dare interfere with my divine punishment! Mary, what the fuck are you even saying? One of the doppelgangers grabbed Yaria by the hair and yanked her to the ground. Alexandra, Sonia, reporting? Where? Stop! Alexandra's voice was broken off by the sounds of fighting. Girls? Sonia, help! They're dragging the girls somewhere. Ah. They've chained me up to a rack, possibly to make me a snack. But everything is going to be okay, right? This is just a dream, right? It's got nothing to do with Freddy Krueger. Screaming, the call dropped off. I may have picked the wrong option. Hello? Bad ending. Return to choice. Okay, let's go. Let's power through. Let's power through. Castle exterior. Extra power. Megamorph. Let's just begin. Right, we fought through these. And now... Yaria screams, eat this, sucker. The photo cracked and burst. A radiant cerulean portal sprung up behind their backs. Yaria sprung at the crowd, and with a kick, sent several elves flying through the opening. Falling out of the portal in the sky outside the castle walls, doppelgangers were unpleasantly surprised to find themselves hurtling towards the ground. Get out of here, you rabid animals, Alexandra proclaimed. Alexandra slammed into two remaining elves, pushing them into the frame. But the last of the clones snatched the girls by their hair and dragged them in. Yarina's swearing broke off mid-sentence. Pixies fell into the swirling portal, and it closed with a pop. Where the magic window stood only moments ago, now only torn shreds from a photograph fell to the ground. It is 6 AM. We have 1 hour until sunrise. Hopefully all will be okay. Hey team, what's our status? Yarina, slightly annoyed. Fucking portal closed on us. We are all the way back to the start. And I'm afraid we have some bad news. The situation is much more dire than I assumed. The castle is buggered. The dreamland is bursting at the seams and could fall apart at any moment. Yarina's classmate isn't just having a bad dream. She might be experiencing some sort of emotional crisis or dissection of the inner character. Girls. I can't open her handcuffs. There are more elves around, but the torture rack keeps winding up all by itself. Mary cries, "Why me? What did I do?" Chill, new girl. Just don't let her wake up. We'll be right there. Sonia bumped herself on the head. She's been doing this lately, consistently hitting her head with the base of her paw. What if elves were just following her own desires? Curiosity. So she's torturing herself, but why? Sonia stepped out of the room to pace around. She'd begun biting her nails again, though she knows it's a bad habit. Okay, pixies. What's her issue? What do we know? Based on my field notes, and they are substantial, I suspect that she has a religious upbringing. Ah, the two-headed angel. They were numerous items that resembled the orthodox iconography. Notably, all the mirrors on these floors were broken. Yaria? I just asked her to do my essay. I mean, it's hardly a crime, and it does not constitute bullying. Didn't see anything weird. Just some elves hiding. Cat? There were elves dressed like tiny little Yarinas. I don't know. Does that help? Mary, what is the issue? Why are you insane? You have 3 possible options. She lost her faith. She can't accept her feelings. What? She doesn't want to do the essay. Of course! It's something more shallow. Kitty Cat, I'm afraid I know what we have to do. You're going to use your power. You have some pollen left, right? Yes, she blushes. Could you use your magic mirror to... As Sonia explained her plan, Cat sighed. Are you sure? I hate this plan. I, for one, wholeheartedly approve. 1 sprinkle of pixie dust. Ah, Cat's mirror started to shimmer. Let a low mermaid song hum. Ah, I don't know. Deep breath. The mirror in my hand. Make me the fairest in this land. If this works. So call me Susan. A flash of ancient magic blinded the Fey girl for a moment. It was rather bright. And after a blink, Cat saw the one she was thinking about in the reflection, the one she secretly dreamt of being. Meanwhile, the dreamer was half transparent, on the very verge of waking up. Cat says sweetly, "Mary?" Cat, mimicking Yarina, floated in front of the girl. Does Cat want to be Yarina? Mary, you don't really have to do the essay for me. But I want to help. Katya, we're almost there. Try. Tell her this. You are actually doing me a disservice. Doing me a disservice by accepting my request. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." If I'm struggling to do this essay, then that's exactly where my weak spot lies, and I stand to benefit from solving it myself. See? So please be a good friend. And tell me you won't do it. Mary pauses. Her tears slightly dry up. Okay, yeah. The sound of an alarm clock pierced through the veil of the dream. Just like that, Mary disappeared. Her dreamland grew dark. Huh. Eek. Yorina grabbed Kat by the waist and pulled her up somewhere. The room behind her was becoming dimmer and dimmer. Darkened skies around the castle welcomed the girls with a gentle breeze. All in all, this could have been much worse. You don't get your essay, we didn't get the dust, yet a valuable lesson was learned, and in that, knowledge is power. Oh, piss off. Sonia, are you coming? She can't hear you, dear. When the dreamer wakes up, the dreamland experiences a blackout. All the nuance is drained. All the numinance? Don't know what that means. Is drained from the location, leaving something akin to an anemic husk. Our tools don't work. Sonia's still inside. I'll go get her. Stay here. Don't be ridiculous. Without telepathic connection, she'll be impossible to find. Yorina headed back, leaving Kat and Alexandra behind. I'm afraid to go. I'm sorry. I'm such a coward. They will be all right. Sonia has been a Fae longer than both of us combined. And Yorina is even older than her. I wish I could be of more help. I feel absolutely useless. Oh dear. Alexandra gently took Kat's hand. You did very well. I'm very happy with you. I'm proud. Really? She blushes. Catherine, you were focused, inquisitive about the nature of the dream world, and you delivered my words of wisdom to Mary perfectly. I dare say you and I make quite the team. We do? We do! Okay. So we kind of failed, mostly. So, case 48, Mary's Castle. The darkness of the sleeping castle was suffocating Yorina's light. Her wings beat fast as she was scouring the desolate corridors. Passageways around her connected in absurd ways, doors opening to dead ends, windows littering the floor. And there was no sign of a purple glow of her lost friend. Where the fuck are you, Sonia? Something whimpered in the dark. The elves were staring at Varina. That's the better way to say it. Fuck off! The creatures crawled back into the dark like scared cockroaches. Yorina was fighting an uneasy feeling of déjà vu. The creatures crawled back into the dark like scared cockroaches. What? That very moment, somewhere, out there in the dark of Mary's mind, something was feasting. Cracking bones and blunt teeth, sweet like candy and meat. She was so sweet. What did I do wrong? 8 a.m. The mission ends. It was one of the last warm days. Mary didn't show up that morning. Again. But the essay was the last thing on Yorina's mind. There was a sudden commotion. Alexandra ran up to Yorina, rather sweaty of face. She was pale as a ghost. Was she in her room? Is she all right? No. There were medics. She's in hospital. They're saying she might not wake up. Well, fuck. I don't understand. I must learn more. This is not supposed to be possible. Yarina, what are we going to do? Where are you going? But Yarina was already off. At home, Yarina shut the blinds, plugged her ears, and swallowed 2 Ambien pills. And let the starry sky of the dream world embrace her. With dread, she wished for the group photograph, and the glossy Polaroid appeared in her hands. When she saw it, her heart stopped. In the picture, Sonia's face was missing. This was it, Yarina's worst fear. No, not again. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for playing Manic Pixie Dreamgirls demo. And I totally messed up that mission. Okay. So this indie group of co-op of artists and writers, you can support them by wishlisting the game on Steam. I would say do. It's bloody marvellous, actually. It had a great vibe. The story was told really well. A few errors in the text. And I just really enjoyed it. I really like that you could go back and redo bits when you got it wrong. That was nice, you know. But I feel like maybe it was destined that she would get her head bitten off or something like that, and maybe that's part of the game. Is now we've got to go back and try and save her. I mean, maybe I could have done something. I'm not sure, but that's why you're going to not only wishlist this on Steam, but you're going to download the demo and you're going to play it and see if you can save Sophia. See if you can save her and earn achievements, possibly if they ever add some. Well, there we go. So anyway, I loved it. It was great. Top marks, wonderful stuff. It's a visual novel, but it was fun gameplay. It was quite involved. I felt engaged with it. I hope my narrating was okay. I'm not super good at it, but I'm getting better, and so and I enjoy doing it. So that's all good. But yeah, overall, primo. So I will keep it honest. I will wishlist. It's bizarre, isn't it? Because when you see Manic Pixie Dreamgirls, you think that it's just going to be, yay, stuff, and it's not, is it? It was horror, as I insisted it was in the beginning. And I know when Manic Pixie Dreamgirls came up, and then you saw the anime girls, you were like, Cheekster, no, don't do this, don't become one of those guys. But I wasn't one of those guys, was I? It was a horror game, and we embraced horror in a way that only champions, those that are willing to face the abyss of the Manic Pixie Dreamgirls, that's us. We're titans among dreamers. So, until the next video, you have been my shadow fiend in the void that ate my Sophia's head, or possibly kept it in good storage. And until the next video, goodbye.